What's up, everybody? This is Chris from Ted's Shooting Range, and today I've got something really nice to show you from FN, so let's take a look and see what's inside the box. Okay, well, I'm going to do my best to keep everything in frame here. So we've got the FN cardboard box. Inside it, we've got a flat dark earth range bag. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out and we'll set the box aside. Got the nice embroidered FN logo on it. And inside the range bag, we have the FN 509 Tactical. So we'll pull this out of the bag. I'm going to take a lot of stuff out of this range bag. Go ahead and clear this. Make sure we've got nothing there. I'm going to set the pistol aside. Set one of these magazines aside, and in this pouch here we've got a whole host of other goodies. So I'm going to pull everything out. I normally don't pull everything out, but this time I'm going to, and you'll see why in just a moment. I'm going to set the range bag aside, take a look at all this stuff. So first off, we've got the FN 509 Tactical Pistol, 17 round magazine, 24 round magazine. And in the pouch, we've got our owner's manual. We've got two interchangeable back straps. One's obviously on the pistol already. We have a whole bunch of plates and screws here, more paperwork, a second recoil spring and guide rod assembly, and of course a lock that most guns are going to come with. We're going to get to all this stuff in just a second. So let's take a look at the FN 509 Tactical. So this is a 9mm. It is a double action striker fire auto loader. It's got a 4.5-inch barrel on it, so you do add a little bit of length there for the threaded barrel. Overall length is just under 8 inches. Height on the guy 5 3/4 inches. You know, just over an inch in width. So it's generally a very similar size to a lot of the polymer carry pistols out there. A few things that's going to set this apart from your standard 509. First off, the color. Second, the first thing everybody notices is the threaded barrel on it. It does have a thread protector on it. The thread protector actually has O-ring retention on it. So see, I can't freely spin that as it sits because it's got a nice O-ring in it to keep it from coming loose and jiggling off. Cold hammer forged, stainless steel. It's got a recessed target crown on it, so it's got a little bit of a crown to it. It does have the polished chamber and feeder amp, all polished up and ready to rock in there. It runs that 1/2 by 28 thread here, so it's a standard 9mm thread that you're going to find for many comps or suppressors, things like that. Next thing that people notice about the 509 Tactical is going to be these high sights on it. They're a suppressor height sight. Now this is not a sight in the rear. This is actually protection for your suppressor height sights. It's got its own little, almost like a little bat wing back there that's going to keep it from banging around if it gets dropped or kicked or anything like that. And these wings are actually connected to this plate here. The plate comes off and you can run a red dot optic on it. Let's go back to this bag of stuff that I was talking about before. It has different plates, different mounts, different length screws, the Allen tool to put them on and off. So it is designed to accept most of the major brands of red dot sight. So it'll run most of the commercially available red dot, miniature red dots on them. It has a platform that accepts, I want to say, more than 10 different brands of red dots. So you don't have to mill the slide at all. It's already set up for you. And like I said, it does come with the adapters and plates for all the different red dots that you're going to find on the market today. Will it fit everything? Probably not. But it says, I want to say in the owner's manual, 10 or more than 10 of the readily available ones. So all the plates and everything in this little bag, what they do is they allow for the different brands of micro red dots to sit at the right height for the suppressor height sights, because you want to have a co-witness in there. And it does have a factory, you know, super bright white ring on the front and night sights. And another thing about the ramp on here is it does have a texture on it here. So if you need to rack it on your belt or your boot or something like that, that's what it's designed to do. It's gonna catch on whatever you want to rack it on. All right, let's take a look at the trigger. The trigger on it has a hinge style safety. They say it has a 5.5 to 7.5 pound pull. Now the hinge style safety is sort of reminiscent of the, well, obviously the 509 series, but Smith & Wesson has it on their M&P series. It's a little bit different than the kind of a scissor style that a Glock has on it, but it does incorporate that trigger safety the same way. You see right back here, trigger's not going to pull It's not going to go off accidentally with a hard jostle to the rear without this lower part being aligned with the upper part and getting that safety in. So like I said, between 5.5 and 7.5 pound trigger. You've got the take up and the brake. Show you the reset. Reset. It's a nice tactile and audible reset on it. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by that compared to the basic 509 version. Brake. Reset. Brake. The trigger actually feels pretty good for a factory trigger. Now this is brand spanking new. It's never had any rounds through it, so there will be a little bit of a break-in period. A lot of things that I've read on it say that you start off at the 7.5 pound, you drop down to a 5.5, 6 pound after a couple hundred rounds through it. But yeah, good feeling factory trigger on it. So as you can see, it has really nice texturing all the way around. Nice aggressive front strap. It does have an aggressive back strap that you can replace with 2 different sizes. Aggressive stippling on the sides. This is almost more of a kind of a traditional stippling style and a checkering here, and it does have truly ambidextrous controls on it. So as you can see, as a righty, where my thumb is, you push this button right here, and it's gonna eject the magazine. As a lefty, same thing. Push the button right here, ejects the magazine. So this is a push button on both sides. Shifts from side to side, so it works on both sides. You also have ambidextrous slide release. So both sides. Now, this does have a little hump to it. It's a little more round than you're going to find on a Glock. It has texture all the way up on the top and all the way down the side. I like that a lot. That's kind of reminiscent of the Vickers slide release that you can buy for Glocks. I've got it on a couple of mine, but I do like the way that feels on my thumb. Taking this down is going to be just like taking down the other 509. We'll lock the slide back, flip down the takedown lever here, slide forward, pull the trigger, and slide comes right off. Very similar to a lot of striker fire pistols in there. Front and rear lock block. You've got your slide release here, trigger spring, trigger bar. That's pretty basic. Now, it does come with 2 recoil spring assemblies from the factory. So here's the second. So it says the factory installed silver assembly is for duty, self-defense, other standard powered ammunition, as well as shooting standard and lower powered ammunition with the suppressor. The yellow reduced force assembly for standard powered ammunition. 2 different options, lower power or suppressor, standard power, higher power. Use what works best for you. It does come with the silver one already installed in it. So we'll pop that back in. We'll throw it back together, and we'll take a look at the other very obvious feature, which is this bad boy. It comes with 2 24-round magazines. So, I mean, this is twice the capacity of a lot of pistols out there. Now, unfortunately, if you're behind enemy lines, you're going to get this with 3 of the lower capacity magazines, but many states allow the 24-round mag. So you've got lots of capacity. You're putting off a lot of rounds down range. So yeah, that's another characteristic of the 509 Tactical. So, we do have the standard rail on it. It does have lots of options for mounting lights, mounting lasers, whatever you want to put down there. That's the FN 509 Tactical, and I gotta tell you, I like it a lot. Feels good in my hand. I love the coloring. Love all the features it's got, from being optic ready all the way across the board to suppressor ready up front. The ambidextrous controls make it real easy to use. It has a great grip angle on it. No front finger grooves, anything like that to get in your way. When the magazine's in, you've got a little bit of a lip down here on the bottom. There's no holes or anything like that to pinch you. Very comfortable in the hand. That's it, the 509 Tactical. Beautiful pistol. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them below. Love to hear from you. And hit that subscribe button. That helps out a lot. But this one, FN 509 Tactical, hope you enjoyed that today. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. That's it for now. This is Chris signing off for your friendly neighborhood shooting range, Ted Shooting Range.